Come back, you two. Put them down. When you're getting ready for school, don't pick up the dumbbells. Lie down first, then inhale. If you try to inhale after lying down, you won't be able to. The key is to fill your lungs with air before lying down. So, inhale fully, then lie down, then pick up the dumbbells. It's not about picking up the dumbbells and then inhaling. If you're holding the dumbbells, you won't be able to inhale properly unless you're holding the dumbbells upright on your thighs. At this position, inhale fully, grip the dumbbells properly, hold your breath, and then lie down. You can't lie down while holding the dumbbells and then try to inhale. You simply won't be able to. At that point, you'll have to force your chest up and your grip will be wrong. You shouldn't be holding them with a standard grip. When lowering the weights, make sure to lower them slightly off to the side and bring them down to your chest, not your stomach. This isn't how you train your upper chest. Let the weights drop downward. Tuck your left arm in a bit. This is for training the upper chest. Earlier, you were lying on the inclined bench working your mid-chest, so don't use the inclined bench for that. The main function of the upper chest is shoulder flexion, not horizontal adduction. All right, this is the correct way. This is how you actually target the upper chest. See, it's different, right? Big B, keep your body at a 60-degree angle. Rest the weights on your legs and take a breath, then do 12 reps in one go. The movement you're doing goes from 90 degrees back to 30 degrees. This is called shoulder flexion, and this is called horizontal adduction. You're lying on the inclined bench, but working your mid-chest. Many people use the inclined bench press to train their mid-chest, but they don't really know how to train it properly because their movement path is incorrect. He grabs the barbell and still pushes like this. How is that training your upper chest? When you're training your upper chest, you should be pushing like this. This is how you train the upper chest, because the upper chest is inherently hard to train. Why? For most people, the apex of the lungs can't even fill with air. The upper chest is already difficult to train. And if your movement path is wrong, and you don't know how to grip properly, how could you possibly develop your upper chest? Grip tightly with these 3 fingers. Don't spread your hands out to the sides, just bring them straight down. Don't make things harder for yourself. When you're holding dumbbells, a lot of people think, I need to stretch my chest. So when they lower the weights, they move in an arc like this. Lowering them this way is useless. Because the main force isn't pulling inward. It's not about pulling something from the outside in with that main force. If you're doing a chest fly and you're using a cable machine to move in an arc, that's one thing. But with dumbbells, the resistance is always vertical, always pulling straight down. So you should just lower them straight down. Why are you twisting like that? A lot of people twist like this, but it's pointless. You'll just end up hurting your shoulders because your main force direction is completely wrong. When you lower the weights, when you do the movement here, people always like to lower them this way, but you should just press straight up. Are you really resisting the main force by doing it this way? Unless the resistance is coming from the outside, doing it like this makes sense. Otherwise, it doesn't. But if your main force is directly downward, why are you doing this kind of movement? You know, a lot of gym members do it and it looks so professional, drawing an arc like that, thinking it stretches more, but it's useless. What you're actually doing is pushing against the main force, pushing outward, and by pushing outward, you're actively forcing your shoulder joint outward. That's how your joint gets pulled apart. Your foolishness ends up stretching your biceps long head tendon, putting a lot of strain on it. All you need to do is keep the weight on your pectoralis major and push straight up and down. Don't make a simple movement complicated. Most beginners and new trainers do this. It's because you turn a single plane movement, a simple movement, into something complicated. That's why you get injured. That's why your force isn't focused. And that's why your ability to break down muscle fibers isn't enough. For the last set, don't get sloppy. Just go straight up and down. This is why I say you need 3 years. Because your old habits have been formed for so long, they're not easy to change. Once you grip it, these 3 fingers can't loosen. Just go straight up and down. Don't use an arched motion and don't actively puff out your chest. Just inhale, relax your chest, and that's enough. Make sure your thoracic spine is against the backrest. Don't hesitate, just do it. If the 3 inner fingers aren't gripping tightly and the dumbbell falls, I'm telling you, if the dumbbell drops like this when you push, it means you can't hold it with your inner grip. The dumbbell should be level. When it's like this, it means your 3 inner fingers are gripping it. That way you'll feel your upper chest working even better. Just now, you let it drop right away. How does it feel? Feels great, right? Stand up and let's see if your chest is flushed. Is your upper pectoral muscle pumped? Look, all the blood flow is right here. See? This is what we call targeted training. Only when you grip tightly here and get the angle right, you see only this area turns red. All the blood is rushing to your upper chest. When you go back, you need to train like this. Only then can you actually build up your upper chest. He said he never felt anything when training his upper chest before. That's because your grip is wrong, your breathing is wrong. It's the same with pull-ups. Never let your last 2 fingers come off the bar. If your last 2 fingers come off, you won't be able to work your back. And when doing chest presses, never let the outer side of the dumbbell drop down. If the outer side of the dumbbell drops down, it means your grip has opened up and you won't be able to build your chest effectively.